it's Miss Rachel. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Let's go ahead and get started. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, rub your tummies. If you're ready for a story, rub your tummies. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, rub your tummies. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit so still. Good job. All right, we're gonna do open and shut them. Open and shut them. Open and shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open and shut them. Open and shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, creep them, creep them, creep them right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. Good job. All right, we have our banana tree tonight. Does anyone remember what we say when we shake those bananas down from the tree? Watch out for the monkey! We have our little monkey down here. But first, we got to count those bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Way up high in the banana tree, 5 little nanas smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the banana. Watch out for the monkey! Good job. How many bananas now? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Way up high in the banana tree, 4 little nanas smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the banana. Watch out for the monkey! Good job. How many bananas now? 3. 1, 2, 3. Way up high in the banana tree, 3 little nanas smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the banana. Watch out for the monkey! How many bananas now? 2. 1, 2. Way up high in the banana tree, 2 little nanas smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the banana. Watch out for the monkey! Good job. How many bananas now? 1. Way up high in the banana tree, 1 little nana smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the banana. Watch out for the monkey! Good job. All right, and I see that Colton, Caden, and Abby are joining us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Feel free to leave a comment down below and say hi. All right, we're going to talk about a specific author today. And so this author, their name, let let me pull it up so you can see on this page, since our big sticker is covering it. This is by Julia Donaldson. So we're going to read 2 books from her tonight. And this first one is called What the Ladybug Heard Next by Julia Donaldson. Illustrated by Linda Monks. There once was a ladybug, shy and small. She lived on a farm and looked after it all. The cow in her shed, the horse in his stall, the cat who purred on the garden wall, the barn full of straw, the field full of sheep, the kennel where the dog lay fast asleep, the fish in the pond that drank, and the duck, the hive of bees and the heap of muck, the hog in his sty, the goose in her pen, and the coop which was home for one fat red hen. Now the fat red hen, when her thin brown legs laid lots of speckled eggs. But then, oh help, oh dear, those eggs began to disappear. Each morning, all the eggs had gone, and the animals asked, "What is going on?" Then the ladybug said, "Leave it to me. I hear what I hear, and I see what I see." She saw 2 men in big black van with a light and a sack and a cunning plan. They were Hefty, Huge, and Lengthy Len, who had been to jail but were out again. Said Lengthy Len and Hefty Hugh, "Let's steal another egg or 2. But Hefty Hugh said, "Listen, Len, I vote we steal that big fat red hen. We'll make our way to the chicken coop and scoop her up in one fell swoop. Just think of all those eggs she laid us and all the money folks would pay us." And Len replied, "We'll soon be rich. It makes my fingers start to itch." The ladybug, filled with great alarm, told the animals on the farm, "Hefty Hugh and Lengthy Len are planning to steal the big fat red hen." Then the cow said, "Moo," and the hen said, "Cluck." Hiss said the goose, and quack said the duck. Neigh said the horse, and oink said the hog. Baa said the sheep, and wolf said the dog. And the 2 cats meowed, "Those bad men, and can't let them steal that fat red hen." But the ladybug said, "Listen quick, I've thought out a real clever trick." In the dead of night, and the 2 bad men opened the coop and snatched the hen. But the fat red hen began to cluck. "Why don't you steal the downing duck? She lay much bigger eggs than mine, and people say they taste divine." "Good thinking, Head," said Lengthy Len. They tiptoed to the pond. But then the downing duck began to quack. Oh please, put me down in your sack. Why don't you steal the goose instead? She's bigger still and better fed. Her eggs are huge and tasty too." "Good thinking, duck," said Hefty Hugh. But when they tried to seize the goose, she hissed at them, "I'm not much use. Why don't you steal the great big bird and super duper snugly snurred?" "What?" said Len. And who?" said Hugh. The goose replied, "I thought you knew. She laid the biggest eggs of all. Each one looks like a basketball." The duck joined in. "She's friendly too, and sure she'd love to live with you. She'll put an end to all your cares. You'll soon be millionaires." "Where is the snurd?" asked Lengthy Len. "Not far away," chimed in the hen. "She lives inside that big brown heap. You'll find her there. She's fast asleep." And 2 thieves laughed. "We got it made. Let's take turns with the farmer's spade." They dug, and Len, and pooh, "It stinks. It stinks," Hugh said. "And so do you." And Lynn said, "Where's that giant bird, the super duper snuggly nerd?" "She's rather shy," the goose replied. "She must be hiding deep inside." So they dug a tunnel nice and deep. "That's it," said Hugh. "Now in we creep." "I think we're nearly there," said Lynn. "The sneed will soon be ours." But then the heap collapsed and Hugh said, "Yuck! We're covered head to toe in muck." And Lynn complained, "They're so snurred. There's no snurred. They just made it up, that giant bird." Then the other animals gathered round and they all let out defining sounds. What a racket! What a row! The farmer woke up. Goodness me, and he had a word with the prize queen bee. And the bee chased after the bad men who never came back to the farm again. Good job. All right, and hi, Abby, Madison, and Brandon. And we have some more. All right, and the girls, Alexa and Elena, think we should do a rainbow tree. That's a great idea, Alexis and Elena. We'll have to come up with a rainbow tree. And Paisley, hello. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, we're going to sing some more songs. We're going to do Snowflake, Snowflake. Did everyone get a snow day today? We had lots of snow this morning, so we're going to do our Snowflake song. Snowflake, snowflake in the sky, love to see you floating by. Down you fall upon the ground, down you fall without a sound. Snowflake, snowflake in the sky, love to see you floating by. Good job. All right, we're going to do the itsy bitsy spider. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Good job. All right, we're going to do our two little blackbirds. We're going to start with Jack and Jill. Two little blackbirds sitting on a hill. One named Jack, one named Jill. Fly away, Jack, and fly away, Jill. Come back, Jack, and come back, Jill. All right, let's do loud and quiet. Can you whisper? Quiet. Two little blackbirds sitting on a hill. One named loud, one named quiet. Fly away loud, fly away quiet. Come back loud, come back quiet. Good job. Or we're going to have fast and slow. Two little blackbirds sitting on a hill. One named fast and one named slow. Fly away fast and fly away slow. Come back fast and come back slow. Good job. And hello, Carson and Tyler. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. All right, we're going to read another book by the same author. This one is called What the Ladybug Heard at the Zoo. What the Ladybug Heard at the Zoo by Julia Donaldson. Illustrated by Linda Monks. One fine day, when the sun shone down, the ladybug took a trip to town. She flew around and she saw the sights, the streets and the shops and the bright, bright lights. She saw the parks and the palace too. Then she flew off to visit the zoo. And the crocodile snapped and the tiger growled, the lion roared and the monkeys howled. The elephant trumpet, trump, trump, trump. Humph, led the camel with a great big bump. The hyenas laughed and the hummingbirds whined, but the ladybug never said a word. But the ladybug saw and the ladybug heard. She saw two men, and she already knew they were Lengthy Len and Hefty Hugh, and she heard them chuckle, "Ho, ho, ho! We're going to kidnap Monkey Joe. We'll hide till there's no one else about, and then we'll pick the lock and we'll get Joe out. And if we give him lots of fruit, he'll do the job and he'll get the loot. The palace isn't far at all. Monkey Joe can scale the wall. We'll find out where the queen's asleep, then tiptoe into her room he'll creep. Well, he'll open the sack and steal the crown, and we'll soon be the richest in town." The little ladybug spread the word about the plan and that she overheard. And the crocodile snapped and the tiger growled, the lion roared and the monkeys howled. The elephant trumpet, trump, 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 humps to the camel with a great big bump. The hyenas cried and the hummingbirds warbled. And all the animals feathered and furred said, "No, no, 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 we can't let them kidnap Monkey Joe." But the ladybug told them not to fear, and she whispered the plan into the monkey's ear. Then, fast as a wind, fast as a bird, she flew to the palace and had a word with the queen's two corgis, Willow and Holly. She said, "Gosh," and the other said, "Golly." And both the dogs agreed to do just what the ladybug told them to do. At the dead of night, the two bad men, Hefty Hugh and Lengthy Len, checked there was no one else about. Then they picked the lock and they got Joe out. They carried him off to the palace gate, gave him a sack, then lay and wait. They watched him scale the palace wall, and they muttered, grateful not to fall. Then they rubbed their hands as they saw him creeping into the room where the queen lay sleeping. Corgi Holly and Corgi Willow, who lay on each side of the queen's soft pillow, were wide awake, and they said to Joe, "Come on, monkey, off we go." They led the way while the queen still slept. They showed young Joe where their bones were kept. Then they helped the monkey fill the sack, and they wagged their tails as he carried it back. The two thieves yelled, "Hip, hip, hooray! But now let's make our getaway." They carried the sack to a nice quiet park where only sound was a distant bark. They found a bench and both sat down, and he said, "Time to see the crown." "I just can't wait," said Lengthy Len, and opened up the sack, and then you should have heard their moans and groans to find the sack full of bones. Just then a dog came bouncing up, and Hugh said, "Shoo, you're greedy pup." Another dog was close behind, and then came dogs from every kind. A poodle, a Labrador, a Peaky, a pug, and then more and more black dogs, white dogs, gray and brown. It seemed like every dog in town. They seized the bones and garnished and gnawed, tugged and tussled, pawed and clawed, then turned upon the robbers, yelling, "How about a second helping?" The thieves took off with leaps and bounds, pursued by all the hungry hounds. While the monkey ran and ladybug flew, we will never stop till they reached the zoo. Then the crocodile grinned and the tiger pranced, the lion leaped and the monkey danced. The elephant trumpet, trump, trump, trump. Hooray, said the camel with a great big bump. The hyena laughed and the hummingbird whined, but the ladybug never said a word. Good job. All right, we're going to do our Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Ready? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. All right, let's wave goodbye. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. With our friends, it's story time. We wave goodbye like this. We clap goodbye like this. We clap goodbye like this. With our friends, it's story time. We clap goodbye like this. We stomp goodbye like this. We stomp goodbye like this. With our friends, it's story time. We stomp goodbye like this. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope to see you next time. Bye!